by Ms. Skinner. So I believe that conditioning is the best way to learn because learning happens through reinforcement. When good behavior is rewarded, it increases. When bad behavior is punished, it decreases. So once your student to study more, give them praises and rewards. No guessing, just actions and results. Simple, effective, and proven.
Mr. Leo, I agree with Ms. Skinner, but behavior doesn't exist in a vacuum. We must consider internal factors like memory, emotions, and motivations. Neo-behaviorism uses behavior and cognition. It's the middle ground and the future of classroom psychology. Thank you.
Memorizing facts and rewards, that's not real learning. I'm cross-constructive. Students learn best when they build their own understanding, make connections, and solve problems in context. Let them explore, question, and create. That's meaningful learning. Thank you.
I'm Tristel. We often work the natural lines of patterns. Learning is just about the details, about how it provides the whole. As students must see the bigger picture to truly understand. Our minds aren't machines. They are artists of perception. Thank you.
I am Coach Ko. Teamwork, people. You learn more when you learn together. Communication, collaboration, and accountability. Those are skills for life. Students helping students equals success for everyone.
Why choose one way when there are many kinds of smart? I'm Mr. Gardner. Some students learn best with music, others through movement, logic, or no single method works for everyone. Respect diversity, teach to every intelligence.
Round 2, the ridiculous.
Real life experiences, that's great, actually build good habits. No one learns well in chaos. Discipline first, then creativity. Thank you. Habits don't stay if the students don't understand why they're learning. Let them explore their own path, and they care about more with the result. But don't forget, students learn from each other. Group work builds deeper understanding in social skills.
You're all creating the mind. Emotions, memory, context. These are crucial. Behavior and cognition go hand in hand. Thank you.
Try to teach someone how to ride a bike using just a textbook. Experience the learning. You remember what you did.
And yes, how to see and organize those experiences. Shape how we understand. Don't ignore the structure of thought.
So we're now on round 3 of our debate. So in this round, the audience will ask questions to our panelists. So the first question is, yes,
Which theory works best for students with learning differences?
so where you go, panelists, the stage is yours. Time's up. Let's proceed to the next question.
Is it possible to combine these theories?
So, panelists, let's hear your answers. So the time is up. Let's have the final round. Convince us with your theory.
Learning is action. Regards what works and stop what doesn't. Learning isn't given, it's built. When students work together, everyone wins. Learning is a team sport. Play.
You can train the behavior without understanding the mind. Teach both and you can teach your life.
Some kids hate group works, others love music or jokes. We need to recognize that one size never fits all.
You forget lectures, but you remember experience. So truly learn, let them live.
Students don't just learn pieces. They see patterns. Teach the whole, not just the part. Maybe there's no single best way to learn, but when we understand all the ways we can learn, we become better teachers, better students, and better thinkers.